Los Angeles, Catholic Polytechnic University was formed. And Catholic Polytechnic University, CPU, has a dream, and that dream is it will become the MIT for Catholics. The core, the foundation of the university is our Catholic faith, and it's bringing faith to science. The foundation is our Catholic faith. The core curriculum is STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And the additional gift of this university is a business model. So the dream is to prepare scientists, engineers, mathematicians, cyber experts who are rooted in the Catholic faith and who have great business savvy, so they can establish their own businesses and be faithful Catholics, expert scientists, and have a few extra dollars in their pocket as well. For 3 years, Catholic Polytechnic University has been inviting me to join their board of directors. And in 2018, I said no. 2019, I said no. 2020, I said no. 2021, I didn't even answer. And then I made a mistake. During Holy Week, I prayed. It was Holy Thursday, and I had the great joy of spending the Triduum with my family from age 7 to 95, all of us at a condo in Vermont. And I was praying Holy Thursday, and my father's an engineer, my sister's an engineer, my nephew's an engineer, and we're all sharing the same roof. And so I said, okay, Lord, I'll do it. And I joined the board. And I am so excited to be part of the board. Dr. Jennifer Nolan is the president, and when I interviewed for the board, there was so much connection among us, Dr. Nolan and myself. So I'm very excited about it, and I'll be doing an interview of Dr. Nolan on Catholic TV for This Is the Day in July, and we have some exciting developments that literally have happened this week for the university. All of that I say because faith informs science, and science informs faith. And today we gather for a central belief in our life, and that is that what happened at the Last Supper will happen today at this table. That this table is a leaf in the table of the Last Supper. That what happened then happened now. Saint Mother Teresa said, when you look at the crucified Christ, you see how much Christ loved you. And when you receive the Eucharist, you see how much the Lord loves you now. For many, the fact that this bread and wine will become the body and blood of Christ is a stumbling block. Many of our very devoted Christian brothers and sisters in some Protestant denominations believe that what they do when they come together for communion is a reverent and joyful and beautiful remembrance of what happened at the Last Supper. And they do not believe that it happens again, that the bread and wine becomes the body and blood of Christ. And what I say is, we see God in the beauty of creation. We see God especially in the love of a child, and especially for parents who have given birth to a child. You see a miracle happening then. And I say, why would God be everywhere except in the body and blood of Christ? Now, even the most faithful Catholics, including myself, struggle with this because it is such a mystery. In the 8th century in Italy, there was a monk who was having that struggle. And he was doubting the real presence of the Lord in the Eucharist. And he was thinking about leaving the priesthood. And he asked God for a sign. And literally at Mass, the bread and wine became flesh and blood at the consecration. And he was stunned stunned at the altar and brought that gift to the people. The flesh and blood of the Lord was saved, and now, 1,200 years later, it is preserved at a church in Italy. In the 1970s, the Pope authorized scientific study of this flesh and blood, and the World Health Organization spent 15 months doing 500 tests on this preserved body and blood. And this is what they discovered. The flesh and the blood are both human origin and belong to AB body type, the same that is found on the cloth of the Shroud of Turin. The flesh is human cardiac tissue. The precious blood has the same protein proportion as fresh blood, which otherwise corrupts quickly. Even though the relics have not deteriorated in the course of more than 12 centuries, there are no signs of preservatives. And the World Health Organization said this: science, aware of its limits, has come to a halt, face to face with the impossibility of giving an explanation. That was then, and this is now. In the 1990s, in Argentina and in Poland and in Mexico, from 1992 to 2013, there have been other Eucharistic miracles. On different occasions, when a host is, say, dropped on the floor and can't be consumed, the protocol is that we dissolve the host in water and then bring it to the ground. And on two occasions, on two different continents, that dissolving host turned into blood. And in one place in Poland, the host was dissolved except for a red clot, a blood clot that remained. So we have faith informing science and science informing faith. A few years ago at a First Holy Communion Mass, I was talking about the real presence of the Lord, and it wasn't here. And there's a gentleman sitting right over there. And when I was talking about the real presence of the Lord, this is what he was doing. First Holy Communion. Nope, it's not going to happen. What I say to you is, maybe you said, no way. Or maybe you say, maybe, or maybe you say, yes, indeed. But today, I beg you, say yes. Say yes to the body and blood of Christ given here today for you. Say yes to the miracle that is about to happen, and then watch what happens.